Daily English Podcast.
From Daily English with Daisy.
Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, amazing learners. You are exactly where you need to be. Welcome back to Daily English with Daisy, a cozy place where you can learn English in an easy and fun way. I'm Daisy.
And I'm Paul. Daisy, you sound incredibly energized today. What's got you so pumped up? Hello to everyone listening around the globe.
Honestly, it's this topic. Today, we're cracking the code on something fundamental, your daily habits. We're turning your routine into your biggest English learning opportunity.
I love that, turning routine into opportunity. Because let's face it, describing your day is the most common conversation starter you'll ever need in English.
It truly is. So today, we're going to share with you the most natural vocabulary and the key phrases you need to talk about your life from sunrise to sunset.
Before we jump into the amazing lessons, if you feel this episode gives you even one aha moment, please do us a huge favor. Hit that like button right now.
And if you're new here, make sure you subscribe. We drop new lessons every week. Okay, Paul, enough chat. What big habit are we crushing first?
We are crushing the snooze button. Let's start with the hard part, the morning grind.
The morning grind. The struggle is real. What time is your alarm set for, Paul?
Well, I set my alarm for 6 a.m., but I usually hit the snooze button once. I can't help it. What about you? Are you a morning person?
I aim to get up at 7 a.m. on the dot. On the dot means exactly, no cheating. My first habit, avoid the phone. I take 3 deep breaths before I even look at my screen.
That's a great boundary. My first physical action is always to make the bed. That's when you arrange the sheets and blankets so it looks neat. I find it gives me a sense of achievement right away.
I need to adopt that. After I wake up, I immediately head to the bathroom. I brush my teeth, wash my face with cold water to feel refreshed, which means feeling fresh and awake.
So cold water is your thing? Do you take a hot shower or a cold plunge?
I prefer warm water, but I always finish with a quick splash of cold water to jolt my system. I use jolt when I mean giving it a sudden boost of energy.
Ah, I see. Let's share some key phrases with our listeners now.
Ready? Repeat after us. I set my alarm for 7. I hit the snooze button.
And I make my bed immediately. I get dressed for the day.
We should also mention the commute here. My commute, my trip to work, is only 15 minutes, so I use it to listen to an English podcast. It's my study time.
That's using dead time, which is time you would otherwise waste, productively. Smart habit. Let's talk about food. I never skip breakfast. When you skip a meal, you miss it intentionally. It ruins my focus.
I agree. I aim for a healthy, balanced breakfast. Balanced means having a good mix of different types of food. What's your typical go-to?
I usually have oatmeal with fruit or, sometimes scrambled eggs and toast and lots of black coffee.
I prefer a latte or a glass of fresh juice. Let's practice forming sentences. I usually have cereal with cold milk for breakfast.
Now, the middle of the day, lunch break. I always try to get away from my desk to properly switch off for 30 minutes. When I say switch off, I mean I stop thinking about work or stress.
That's self-care. But what about that awful afternoon slump, that low energy feeling around 3 p.m.? What do you do to fix it?
Oh, the slump is deadly. I usually need a mid-afternoon pick-me-up. I try to avoid sugary treats like candy or soda. Avoid means to stay away from something.
Good call. Those treats give you a quick sugar rush, but then you crash. That's when you lose all your energy.
Exactly. I choose almonds or a piece of fruit to boost my energy. We should practice this verb. I boost my energy.
Let's practice using the verbs. I grab a quick snack. I need a mid-afternoon pick-me-up. I avoid junk food. Okay, here is the secret sauce. Integrating English practice into your existing habits.
I love this. Instead of finding new time, you use the time you already have. I call it the moment of boredom technique.
Tell us more about the moment of boredom.
Well, think about when you're waiting for the kettle to boil or waiting for a bus. Instead of instinctively scrolling social media, use those 2 minutes to look up a few English words. It adds up.
That's so smart. My technique is narrating my life. When you narrate, you describe what you're doing out loud in English, even if you're alone. I'm pouring the water. I'm putting on my shoes.
I bet that makes you fluent quickly. Now, let's talk about my friend Tom. He wanted to learn English, but kept procrastinating. If you procrastinate, you delay doing something important.
We all do it. So, what was his breakthrough?
He replaced the procrastination with a new identity. He stopped saying, I want to learn English. He started saying, I am an English learner. That changed his actions instantly.
That's deep, Paul. This comes down to identity. Changing your self-image is the fastest way to change your habits.
Let's try it. I listen to English music while I wash the dishes.
I talk to myself in English while I walk.
I try to use dead time productively.
Now the evening. It's time to unwind and recharge. Unwind means to relax after a hard day. What's the first thing you do when you get home?
I immediately change into comfortable clothes or loungewear. Honestly, that's the best feeling. Then it's dinner time. I try to cook from scratch on weekdays.
Good for you. Cook from scratch means making food using only fresh, basic ingredients. I usually rely on leftovers, that's food saved from a previous meal, sometimes.
Oh, leftovers are a lifesaver. After dinner, I clear the table and maybe catch up on a TV show. Catch up means watching episodes you missed.
I always watch TV with English subtitles. It's non-stop learning. Do you just relax, or do you have another evening habit?
I like to go for a walk after dinner to help with digestion and reflect on my day. When you reflect, you think deeply about what happened, what went well, and what you can do better tomorrow.
Let's practice evening phrases. I unwind by reading a book. I am ready to call it a night. Call it a night means to stop activities and go to bed. I try to reflect on my progress.
Time to hit the sack. Hit the sack is an informal phrase meaning to go to bed. I need about 30 minutes to wind down. Wind down means to relax slowly.
My absolute rule: no phone 30 minutes before bed. I actually write 3 things I'm grateful for in my journal. Grateful means thankful.
That's a lovely routine. It changes your mindset before sleeping. I replace scrolling with reading a physical book. It really helps me fall asleep faster.
Let's practice talking about sleep. I need at least 8 hours of sleep to feel well rested. I hit the hay around 10:30 p.m. Hit the hay also means to go to bed. Paul, you mentioned major habit change earlier. Is there one specific habit that you think can change your whole day, like a keystone habit?
That is a fantastic question. I think meditation for just 5 minutes is my keystone habit. Keystone means it's the main habit that everything else relies on. If I do that one thing, all the other good habits, like eating a healthy breakfast, fall into place naturally.
That makes sense. For me, the keystone habit is planning my top 3 tasks the night before. If I do that, my whole morning is less stressful. But I also have another huge one: any form of exercise. If I manage to work out, I feel better about everything.
That's a great example. For me, exercise is also a keystone habit, but I had to start small. It used to be just 10 push-ups first thing in the morning. If I did those 10 push-ups, I felt like a winner for the rest of the day.
Exactly. It's about that ripple effect. What habit would you recommend our listeners build right now using a simple method?
I think starting an English mini session using habit stacking is perfect.
Ooh, habit stacking. What's that?
It's simple. You link a new habit to an existing habit. You already do the existing one, so the new one becomes easier. The formula is after existing habit, I will new habit.
I love it. Let's give some examples for our listeners.
Okay. If your existing habit is drinking coffee, you could say, after I pour my coffee, I will read one English headline.
Or if your existing habit is getting into bed, you could say, after I get into bed, I will listen to 5 minutes of an English audiobook. It connects the new habit to something you already do without fail.
Exactly. It minimizes the effort. Remember, consistency is key. Consistency means doing something regularly, which is better than doing a lot just once in a while.
Wow, Paul, that was such a practical and relaxing chat today. I feel like I need to go implement a new habit stack right now.
Me too. It was a pleasure, Daisy. I hope our friends realize that changing just one small habit can truly transform their English journey. It's all about being kind to yourself and being consistent.
Absolutely. And remember our final challenge: start small. Pick just one tiny specific habit from this show and try the habit stacking formula.
Yes, thank you so much for hanging out with us on Daily English with Daisy. We appreciate every single one of you.
Before you go, please share this episode with a friend who is also building new habits. And don't forget to leave a comment below. Tell us one new habit you're going to build this week. We read every single comment.
Until next time, keep learning, keep growing, and keep smiling. Remember, the goal is progress, not perfection.
Bye, everyone. See you in the next episode.
Bye, friends. One day at a time, one habit at a time.